Here is a timeline that sounds completely made up, but happens to be true. Humanity discovered an entire world nearly a century ago, and it still hasn't completed a single trip around the sun. A single year on this frozen rock lasts 248 Earth years. That means the clock officially started ticking back in 1930 when we first spotted it. The astronomer appearing through the telescope was Clyde Tombaugh, and his discovery officially put Pluto on humanity's map. Because of that massive 248-year orbital loop, the very first full year since Tombaugh found it won't actually finish until March 23, 2178. Anyone born in 1930 would have to live nearly 2.5 centuries just to see Pluto celebrate one birthday. Our standard human milestones simply fail when applied to the cosmos. To understand that massive scale, we have to look at this map of the solar system. While Earth zips along its tight, predictable circle near the center, Pluto drags along a wide, distant path through the outer dark. That journey isn't a neat, flat circle. The orbit stretches out into an ellipse and tilts heavily away from the flat disk where the rest of our planets reside. Because of that severe stretch, its distance from the Sun fluctuates wildly. At its closest point, it sits about 30 times farther out than Earth, and at its farthest, nearly 50 times away. It is a sluggish physical reality that sets up a bizarre contrast, a slow-moving world observed by a rapidly changing human civilization. Between 1979 and 1999, that strange orbit created one of the rarest alignments in our solar system. This diagram shows exactly how that happened. Because its path is so stretched out, Pluto actually dipped closer to the Sun than Neptune. The outermost world briefly cut in line to become our eighth neighbor. Then, in 2006, our scientific understanding caught up to us, forcing astronomers to rethink how we map the neighborhood. An international vote officially revoked Pluto's status as the 9th planet, reclassifying it as a dwarf planet. Think about the timeline here. Humanity fiercely debated, voted on, and stripped Pluto of its job title before it even completed a single year on our watch. Despite the demotion, we still wanted a closer look. NASA launched the New Horizons spacecraft, pushing far into the outer solar system to physically visit it. In 2015, scientists cheered the successful flyby, officially crossing the last classic planet off humanity's unexplored list. The images sent back revealed a surprisingly active and complex geology, complete with towering mountains and sprawling icy glaciers. But the mission carried something else too. Tucked away inside the probe was a small portion of Clyde Tombaugh's ashes. The man who started the clock back in 1930 managed to make the physical journey to his own discovery years after he passed away, all within a fraction of one Plutonian year. Cities rise and expand. Technologies emerge and vanish. Entire generations live and die in a continuous, frantic blur of human progress. And through all of it, Pluto makes the same uninterrupted crawl around the Sun. It still has well over a century to go before it crosses the finish line of that very first observed orbit in 2178. The people who eventually watch it complete that lap won't be anywhere near the generation of people who started counting. It forces us to confront how brief our individual lives actually are when compared to the vast physical realities of space. We rushed to spot it, argued over its classification, flew a probe billions of miles to photograph it, and demoted it. Meanwhile, Pluto is technically still on lap 1. We build clocks down here to track the seconds and the centuries, but out there in the dark, Pluto measures patience.